Hi. Okay, so one thing that has really been messing with my mind lately is fear kind of thing. And I know that's really weird to say because it's like, who wants to think of fear? Who wants to constantly be thinking of what can scare me? You see, I don't know why, but lately all I can think about is things that may scare me. Things that do scare me, things that I know scare me and have scared me for a really long time. And it's really strange, and I just decided I want to talk about it. I want to ask the question, what is fear? Why do we feel it? What is the point of it? Why do we have that emotion? Why? I think that's the biggest question of fear is why. Why do we feel fear? Why do things scare us? Well, I think pretty much the answer of that is we are human beings. Human beings feel fear. Fear, it protects us from things that could hurt us or kill us even, things that we should be afraid of, and then there are things that we don't know are fear, but still we fear them, and we don't really know why. Why does your mind fear that if you don't really understand what it is? Maybe that's the fear of not knowing what it is, not being able to know whether or not it could hurt you, what it is, why it wants to be around you or possibly hurt you. Is that the reason why we fear? The fear of unknown? Well, humans, we fear things that we do know, though. Like fire. We can fear being too close to fire, or our house is catching fire because we know fire can hurt us. We know fire can physically harm us. Serial killers, we know they can hurt you, and so we fear them. But then there are things that we don't know if they can hurt us, and we still fear them because there's a possibility it can hurt us, and we fear that. We fear our safety, our health. We fear things that can hurt us. If you don't know if it can, there's always a possibility that it can't. Like a bug. If you don't know what that bug is, you're going to be afraid of it because, one, it's creepy looking, and two, it could potentially be poisonous and it could stab you and kill you. And you don't want to die. Human beings, we were made not to die. We have to know if we have to fear that. But then there are things like, if you read creepypastas, there's things in those that, even though we don't exactly know what they are, or if they are going to hurt us, if they have any plans of it, we're still terrified of it because we don't know their plans. They could want to hurt us, and we don't want them to. So, really the main thing of fear is safety. That's pretty much what I'm trying to figure out. Like, if you see something, but you don't know what it is, why do you fear it? Because, yeah, I get it. There is a possibility it could hurt you, but there's a possibility that it doesn't want to hurt you. And you're still afraid. You don't want to actually stand there and know what it wants to do, because that would mean getting close to it. And with the possibility that it wants to hurt you, you don't want to get close to it. No. That would be horrible. That's like the worst plan to do. But still, where does fear come from? Why does our mind give you that emotion of fear? Does it do that to protect you? Does it do that to just bug the heck out of you? Why do we fear? I mean, sure, I get it. You're afraid of unknown. You're afraid of things you do know that will hurt you, but why? I mean, think about it. Little kids, they fear everything because they don't really understand it, I guess. But they don't have to fear it. They do. We don't have to fear killers or rapists or weird faceless men in forests. We don't have to fear them, but we do. Because our mind gives us that choice to fear it. And I guess fearing is better than just dealing with it. Just going up to it and saying, what the heck do you want from me? We fear to stay away from it. But what part of the mind does fear come from? That's something, again, that we don't understand. Where does fear come from? Why did God make us with the ability to fear? Is it for survival? Is it for just plain having another emotion? I mean, there are even different kinds of fear, you know? There's the sort of stomach tossing fear that you feel when you're like on a roller coaster. You're so afraid of what you know is going to happen that your stomach just starts turning itself in circles because it knows it's going to happen. It's just fear. It's just fearing for when it does. It's waiting for when it does. There's the suspense fear, which is basically, yeah, you are waiting for it. You know it's going to happen. You know exactly when it's going to happen, but it hasn't happened yet, and you're just waiting for it to actually happen. There's the whole creepy factor, which is like creepypastas, yes. There are the things that you don't know, that you're paranoid of it, and you're just utterly freaked out by the idea of it. And really, I guess there's the plain terror, when you're on the floor in a ball crying because you don't know how to deal with it, you don't know what it wants from you, but you're just utterly terrified of it, pretty much. But yeah, I'm really bored, and I guess I just decided I want to talk about it because I'm beginning to figure it out now. Like, I wasn't figuring it out 7 minutes ago, and now I am, because I'm talking about it. So I guess it's good to talk about it. You can give me your ideas of fear and everything. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much my idea of fear. And I really want to talk about it because it's been boggling my mind, because I'm utterly afraid of this thing that I heard about on a chat room, Eyeless Jack guy. I'm utterly afraid of that. I decided I'd read creepypasta last night, and there was this thing about a lady who holds an orange. And so, yeah, I'm kind of creeped out. So I guess I really want to talk about fear. The thing that's boggling my mind. Sorry, someone ran past the window. Oh, it's a kid on a skateboard. Okay, never mind. But yeah, that's really what I want to talk about. Thank you if you did get to the end of this really long video for actually listening to me, because I really need to rant and talk. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.